What is up, boys? My name is Berate, and there are currently 19 different weapons that you can purchase in Valorant. If you're new to the game, oftentimes you don't know which weapons are better than others, so that's what this video is for. In this video, I'm going to be going through every single weapon in the game and ranking them 1 through 19 so that you know which weapons to buy and which ones to avoid. Starting off at number 19, I gotta give it to the knife, the melee, old reliable. While it has the ability to instantly kill someone on a backstab similar to a certain French man from a certain video game, its range is absolutely abysmal, and the only reason you'd be using this weapon is you're gonna go for a bit of a troll play. Coming in at number 18, it is the Bucky. Now, the Bucky in Valorant's beta used to be absolutely broken beyond repair. The right click used to have pretty much the same range as a stinger, and you were able to delete enemy gamers from halfway across the map, but nowadays it's kind of been nerfed to the ground, and I don't really see that many people using it, and that is for good reason. Bucky firmly at number 18. Heading firmly into the number 17 spot is the Marshal. Now, the Marshal's effective range is mid to long range. Getting into a close range fight with this weapon is not very good, and coming in at 950 credits, you're probably going to be better off getting a Sheriff because that has more cost effectiveness for the amount of versatility. However, if you are someone like Kami, or you have just incredibly good aim where you can hit headshots from pretty much any range, this weapon is very good, but for the average player base, it's going firmly at number 17. Coming up next at number 16 is the Ares. Now, the Ares is another one of those weapons where back in Valorant's early days, it used to be an absolute menace. They removed the spin up time, so you could pretty much fire a stream of bullets instantly as soon as you pulled the trigger, and as you can imagine, this really was broken. But sort of like the Bucky, nowadays this weapon has been nerfed to the ground, and its effective range is pretty much close to mid-range or just spraying through smokes. While the Ares is still a pretty solid eco weapon if you want to be wallbanging people, that's about where its versatility lies. Firmly number 16. Number 15 on this list is going to be going to the Odin, sort of for the same reasons as the Ares. Now, while the Odin isn't exactly as broken as the Ares was back in the day, it's pretty much stayed consistently around mid to bottom tier for the entirety of the game's lifetime. Even though in low elo, it is the weapon of choice for a lot of people who don't know how to aim, the issues with the Odin lies in its time to kill. The time to kill on the Odin is very long. You need 4 solid bullets to the body to kill someone, and you need 2 bullets to the head, and the fact that it isn't very accurate and its first bullet inaccuracy is horrible means that any person who has decent crosshair placement is just going to head tap you anytime you try and use it. For low elo, this can work because people don't have good crosshair placement, but the second you get above gold, drop the Odin and pick up a real gun, please, for the love of God. Honorable mention for wallbangs. This is the best wallbang weapon in the game, but that is about it. Coming in at number 14 is going to be the Judge. Now, contrary to what Disguised Toast will have you believe during the Valorant Corrode show match at Masters Toronto, video on that coming soon, the Judge is going to be not the most versatile weapon in the game. Simply put, the Judge's effective range is pretty much within kissing distance. Because of this effective range limitation, it's going to land itself not really worse than any of the weapons mentioned previously, but it's going to be pretty bad unless you're playing a character like Omen or Jett with a solid movement ability. I'll throw Neon in there too, why not? Coming in at number 13 is going to be the Spectre. Now, the Spectre in Valorant is sort of the same issue as the Judge. Its effective range is close to medium range. Now, it doesn't have the same problem as the Judge, in which you have to be within kissing distance to throw, bullets at them, but the Spectre, you kind of need to be close or spraying through a smoke. Now, this weapon isn't the worst in the game because it is silenced, so that means that your bullet tracers aren't going to be displayed through smoke, so you're not going to get spammed back, but with low penetration, you can't wallbang with it, and its really only use is to run and gun people at close range, with a very high time to kill as well, needing about 6 bullets to the body to kill someone, or 3 to the head. Not the best weapon, but definitely not horrible if you're on an eco. It is at this point in the video where there is a massive jump in the quality of weapons. The amount of value you get for these weapons at the price cannot be understated, and just know that the jump from the Spectre to this next weapon is going to be pretty significant, and that is the Frenzy. Coming in firmly at the 12th spot is going to be the Frenzy. Now, I know what a lot of you are going to be saying, but Berate, the Frenzy's so bad, and it's only useful at close range. It's only 450 credits. Now, the Frenzy is essentially a full auto classic, taking 2 bullets in the head to kill someone, and like 3 to 4 in the body depending on what armor they have. But its fire rate and run and gun accuracy is where this weapon shines, and at only 450 credits, if you run this weapon on pistol round, you are going to be absolutely balling if you can get in good positions. This weapon thrives on agents with movement abilities such as Neon, Jet, Omen, etc. And if you can get in their face and get a solid running gun off, I say that this weapon is very much worth it, and it got sort of buffed a couple patches ago, giving it more bullets in its magazine to further emphasize the run and gun playstyle of this weapon. This weapon firmly at number 12. Coming in at number 11 is going to be the Classic. Now, the Classic is a very, very good weapon, especially if you watch people like Royal G, who went all the way from Iron to Immortal by just using the Classic. You only need 2 solid headshots to kill someone with the Classic, and at close range, the left-click, right-click combo with this weapon is a surefire way to ensure that you get kills regardless of what range you're at. This weapon struggles at longer ranges, but realistically speaking, if you get into a Classic fight at long range, that's your fault for having bad positioning and not the fault of the weapon. Coming in at number 10, it is going to be the Ghost. The Ghost is the pistol round buy for your average Valorant ranked player. It has solid range on it, it headshots at close to medium range, and at far ranges, its bullet spread isn't horrible, so you can hit a nice double dink, say you're peeking bot mid on ascent to top mid. It did get nerfed a bit ago when the Frenzy got buffed, having less bullets in its magazine, but realistically speaking, all you're going to need is 2 bullets to nail someone twice in the head, or like 3 times in the body, so this bullet nerf didn't really do much. Coming up next is the Sheriff. Now, the Sheriff is the eco round weapon of champions. Oftentimes, when you see professional players on an eco round, they are going to opt to get the Sheriff, and it is very evident why that is so. At close to medium range, this gun is the only pistol in the game that can one-shot headshot someone with full shields, and at longer range, it's going to hit them for a meaty 145. And at only 800 credits, it is very, very viable to buy this weapon with a couple pieces of utility or maybe some shields on an eco round. If you play your positioning well, the Sheriff will do you very good if you have solid mechanics like crosshair placement and aim. Coming up next at the number 8 spot is going to be the Shorty. Now, I know what you're saying, but Berate, you put the Judge and the Bucky so low on the tier list because it's only useful at short range. That's for primary weapons. The Shorty is bar none the most efficient, most versatile secondary weapon in the game, and here is the reason why. You can delete someone at point blank range with this weapon, so whether you're playing a close corner with a Vandal and you want to have a little pocket rocket, or you're an Omen player, or the enemies like to throw smokes a lot, you can sit inside those smokes with the Shorty and almost guarantee anyone who walks in is going to get absolutely clapped. The Shorty is the best secondary weapon in the game, only seconded to the Sheriff, but you will see me running Shorties a lot in my own games, especially if you are a controller player that can play around your own smokes. Coming up now in the number 7th spot is going to be the Bulldog. Now, the Bulldog is pretty much an unsilenced Phantom. It takes 2 headshots to kill someone and 4 body shots to kill someone, sort of like the Phantom at most ranges. However, where the Bulldog shines is with its ADS. Its ADS allows you to have no first bullet inaccuracy when you're ADSing, and it fires a fast 3-bullet burst, so you can annihilate anyone if you hit the headshot with it. The Bulldog is very good at close range because of its ability to spray you down. It's very good at medium range because its hip fire is pretty accurate and it only takes 2 headshots to kill someone. And at long range, that ADS is going to absolutely be demolishing people, so it lands itself firmly in this spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot is going to be the Guardian. Now, the Guardian is the big brother to the Bulldog. You remove your ability to spray while trading off the ability to have no first bullet inaccuracy when you're firing the weapon, and it's very, very precise, and if you can hit your headshots, this weapon is going to be doing very well. The Guardian lands itself firmly in the number 6 spot. Coming in the number 5 spot is going to be the Outlaw. Now, the Outlaw is a very, very versatile weapon, that can pretty much be used at any range. If you're in a close range encounter with the Outlaw, the no-scope accuracy is not bad at all, and it does 140 to the body, so if they have anything other than heavy shields, they're going to get absolutely whopped. At longer ranges, because this is a sniper rifle, naturally it would be very, very good at longer ranges. The Outlaw is a very, very good eco buy if you so choose. Coming in at the number 4 spot, it is going to be the Stinger. Now, the Stinger, a lot of people think it is the younger brother to the Spectre and thus worse, but that could not be further from the case. The Stinger has the fastest time to kill in the game, it has the fastest fire rate, it has some of the best run and gun accuracy, and even at longer ranges, its spray pattern is so consistent and the bullets come out so fast that it can sometimes even rival Vandals at long range. I am a massive advocate for nerfing the Stinger as it is a very powerful weapon in the right hands. However, until that gets nerfed, please take advantage of it while you still can. The Stinger firmly, confidently at number 4. Firmly at the number 3 spot, it's going to be the Phantom. Now, the Phantom is a very, very good weapon, but it gets kind of clapped by heavy shields. At anything farther than a medium range encounter, if you headshot someone with the Phantom, you're going to be dealing a crisp 140 to them and promptly slamming your fist through your monitor as you didn't get the kill. Coming in at the number 2 spot now after that is the Vandal. The Vandal, in my opinion, is the most versatile weapon in the game. It has the ability to one-shot headshot at any range, 4-shot to the body. The Vandal is an extremely well-balanced weapon. It's probably one of the most well-balanced weapons since the AK in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and it is just your good all-round weapon that you can use in any scenario and feel confident that you are going to have a great time. And finally, coming in at the number 1 spot is the Operator. This is a surprise to no one as it is the strongest and the most feared weapon in the entirety of Valorant. With its ability to one-shot body shot at any range in the game, you can essentially lock down a sight line and have it be so that if they peek you, they simply die. Although its price tag is steep, whenever an enemy gets an Operator, you immediately have to change your playstyle, and I think if any weapon is deserving of being the best weapon in Valorant, I think it belongs to the Operator. Any agent can op, any person can get good with the op, and if you can op well, you can easily turn the tide of the entire match, which you can't really say for any other weapon on this list. Except for maybe the Judge. I hate you, Daznerf. Anyways, with all that being said, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to get coaching from me, Medify reached out to me to be on their site. Link is near the top of the description. Not sponsored, just something out for y'all in case you want it. Anyways, with all that being said, this has been Berate, and remember to brush your teeth today, because I know for a fact I haven't. Bye-bye.